man. Too late to run. Keep running.
They send you? Wait a minute. You're Jensen, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
An evildoer listens to wicked lips. And
You've dropped the merc gig to become a...
hardly. I just have an interest in theology.
That I am.
Then perhaps you should reconsider. There are many of us.
I said I was here to stop you.
Let me guess. Dr. Wing, right?
Then why don't you enlighten me?
When an average man decides he no longer shares his employer's views and opts to leave, we see...
Yeah, okay, I can relate. But you still haven't answered my question. And what do you mean when you say you no longer share your employer's view?
Back in the US, when I first got into the army, I did it because I wanted to serve my country. I believed in its values.
Nice sentiment. But you don't work for the US anymore, you work for Bell Tower.
Times change, Jensen. You know the story. Capitalism's final encroachment on one of the most lucrative industries in the history of man.
Why don't we just skip to when things went sour?
Bell Tower outfitted us with top-notch...
Go on.
We have...
And you agreed to this?
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's...
I'm not sure I buy this. And even if it is true, none of it justifies what you've done. So do the right thing and turn yourself in before you cause more chaos.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Jensen. I respect you for coming here and doing what you think is right. But you gotta understand I'm trying to do the same thing.
Alright, I'll humor you. But if this neural hub actually worked, how did it fail? How come they didn't outfit the whole agency?
I told you the tech was experimental.
Aren't we all?
Not like this, Jensen. Our services have been sold to corrupt officials in the American and Chinese governments. A combination of lies and use of the neural aug made sure we complied.
So how'd you get out of it?
I confronted the project director. He quoted Apocalypse Now. You have to have men who are moral, and at the same time who are able to utilize their primordial instincts to kill without feeling. I forced him to disconnect the hub, for me and my squad mates here. And then I killed him. I went through his files and contacts.
Listen, I have no doubt these men deserve to die. But you can't simply pass judgment on people. Nothing gives you that right. You have to turn yourself in. Play this by the book.
You simply don't get it, do you, Jensen? These men I killed, and these men I'm going to kill, they have names, families. Their deaths shouldn't be erased from my memory by some electronic software. They should haunt me, taunt me, until I finally meet our Lord and pay for my sins.
I think you're wrong. But I don't think it's my place to try to stop you either. Do what you have to do.
I appreciate that, Jensen. I didn't want you to die for a cause that isn't yours.
Hey, Jensen. Zelazny here.
Zelazny? How'd you get this frequency?
You're no stranger to top-secret augmentations, Jensen. You figure it out. In the meantime, just want to let you know I've contacted some of my old pals at Bell Tower. Got them to reassign a couple of local patrols. You should have a few less problems to deal with for a while.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Problem of human enhancement. It's
怎么回事？
进去。
So, you have found Zelazny? I cannot stress enough the importance of this task, Mr. Jensen.
I found him.
Really, Mr. Jensen? You have been able to make him understand reason? Will he turn himself in?
They were already gone when I got there. I looked around a bit, but I couldn't find them.
This is most unfortunate, Mr. Jensen. I'm afraid they will cause further chaos and dissension. I hope they are stopped before this happens. Here is a praxis kit. It's all I have.
哎，怎么回事嘛？为什么我们还在这里没有动啊？天啊，那么多人！
Turning to
医生只有那么多，你觉得他们医生
today issued an unprecedented recall on augmentation technology. Electrostatic disturbances have been flooding in from around the globe.
变成一个蔬菜了。
那不可能发生。
Spokeswoman for the WHO confirmed that the cause of these disruptions. 兴趣吗？
You must get that chip back, Mr. Jensen.
You've been working for Darrow a long time.
Working for a powerful man ensures I am trusted with crucial tasks and involved in world-shaping events. It's quite exhilarating. You, of all people, should understand this.
You've been working for... What kind of information are we talking about here?
I am not at liberty.
Any idea who...
Nothing.
How's that?
All...
I got the chip. The sellers are out cold.
Excellent work. Seems Mr. Darrow was right to trust you. We will send people to take care of the terrorists. Could I see the chip?
How about you tell me what's on it first?
Blackmail, Mr. Jensen? Don't waste your time. I won't tell you anything. Besides, there are stones better left unturned. Might as well just give me the chip and leave it at that.
Look, you're a powerful young woman. You're in a position that warrants your access to classified information. I understand that not everybody should get their hands on this, but I'm like you. I work for a powerful man, and I get entrusted with secret information on a daily basis. Plus, I'm the one who busted his ass getting this chip for you.
I guess your point is not entirely without merit. But understand, this information is extremely confidential. It concerns Panchaea, and more specifically, the Hiron Project.
Hiron Project? Never heard of it.
I'm not surprised. It is a well-guarded secret. But without it, Panchaea could not exist. Such an ambitious project. An installation extending all the way to the ocean floor. The pressure exerted against it is constantly shifting. Yet the slightest defect in structural integrity could bring it all down. That's why we needed something powerful and extremely efficient to monitor it day and night.
You're saying the Hyron project is some kind of advanced computer?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
Thank you for your honesty. The information is safe with me, don't worry. Here's your data chip.
Ah, perfect. You don't know what this means, Mr. Jensen. Your help has been invaluable. Thank you. Even though this was a favor for Mr. Darrow, he believes you should be duly rewarded. Here is a payment in credits. I'm sure Mr. Darrow will wish to congratulate you himself. Expect to hear from him soon.
It seems David has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Glad I could help. Couldn't let information about something as sensitive as the Hyron project get in the hands of the wrong people.
No. No, we couldn't. So, Meng Yao told you about the project, I see.
A little.
I'm afraid words can't do it justice. To fully comprehend the ramifications of what's been created in Panchaea, you'd have to see it for yourself. And who knows? Perhaps one day you will.
Yeah.